Okay. Play ball. No pocket.
Please welcome the Lumberjacks coaching staff, head coach and general manager Doug Lee, assistant coach and assistant.
Test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we are ready for the second night of our SIJHL opening weekend. Your Wisconsin Lumberjacks looking to sweep the Red Lake Miners as they were able to pull off a 5-2 victory last night against the defending champions, and we'll look for more success tonight. We've had the starting lineups and the national anthems. We're ready to get this one underway. Starting for the Red Lake Miners in goal, number 30, Jackson Taupert. The defense, number 4, Ty Woodard, and number 20, Davon Bull. At the forwards, number 9, RJ Dickey, number 15, Jacob Lamoureux, and number 27, Carter Albrecht. Starting for your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. At left wing, number 18, Caden Postal. At center, number 24, Connor Hacker. At right wing, number 2, Caden Sutter. At the defense, number 17, Zach Carson. And number 7, Ben Fries. And in goal, number 29, Kyler Loudon. Loudon emerged as the number 1 goalie for the Lumberjacks last year, and he will go into this season as the one as well. Coach Lean looking to lean on him quite a bit throughout the year, as he has given some great performances in the past and was able to stop the net for a win for the Lumberjacks last night. Both teams lining up at the center ice faceoff circle, and soon we'll get puck drop and be underway. Looks like we do have a little bit of a delay though, as now a puck will be given to the referee. We have puck drop, and we are underway in Wisconsin. Lumberjacks with the puck to start in their own zone. Freeze plays it out to the neutral zone. Red Lake will send it back in deep. Freeze with it back behind the net. Carson will play it up the boards. Up at the point, Woodard dumps it back in. Lamoureux gets a shot, hits the crossbar right away. And Freeze will get it out of the dangerous area for the Jacks. Red Lake with it, a turnover. Hacker takes a shot. Taupert's there. Steers it into the corner. Hacker with the puck once again down low. Centering pass knocked away. Up at the point, Carson will look for a shot. That hits the shin pad. Lamoureux with it for the Miners as he takes it into the Jack zone. Trying to go through the legs of Jope. He does get back to it. His shot goes wide. Out in the neutral zone, it will be dumped back in. Jope will play it in the far side corner. Back behind the goal for Carson. Carson looks middle of the ice. Dangerous pass. Knocked away by Jope before Red Lake can really punish that mistake. Carson now through the neutral zone. He'll carry across the blue line. Stops at the blue line. Sends it across just out of the reach of McDonald. He'll now center. Can't find his man, but McDonald's still with it. Back up to Carson. Carson, his shot through a deflection goes wide. Backhand out front. McDonald trying to glove it down. Can't get control, but the Jacks will send it back in deep. Red Lake with it for a moment along the far side. Sanderson will get it out to the neutral zone where the Jacks take it and dump it right back in. Red Lake with it on the near side. Ferrero looking into the neutral zone. Can't find his man. Kaiser takes it away from one. Lumberjacks with it into the offensive zone. Centering pass. McMillan can't get control of it, and it will be knocked back out to the neutral zone. Axel wide into his own zone. Gets it to Kaiser, who wraps it around for Pajali. Pajali along the boards fighting for it. Red Lake will take control, trying to send it back in deep, but that hits a shin pad, and the puck will be played out to the neutral zone. Back with it in their own zone. Red Lake trying to get something started on the attack. Lumberjacks will turn it over. And now it's Phillips into the offensive zone. Gets knocked off the puck. And back out to the neutral zone. Red Lake has a chance in on goal. Good defensive play there from Hendry as he gets a skate on the puck and knocks it away. Along the sideboards, Wyatt plays it up. Pajali with it. Sends it far side, and Hendry will track it down. Hendry not quite to the red line. Has the puck taken away. A good play from Phillips. Knocks one off the puck. Wyatt there to support, and the Lumberjacks are able to clear out to the neutral zone. Dumped back in by Red Lake. That was Bull. Lumberjacks will set up behind their own goal. Hacker with it as he'll start up ice, loses an edge, but is able to get the puck to Kaiser, as Kaiser will now start up ice. Into the neutral zone, he carries to the offensive zone. Going wide, his shot gets out front, but unable to be put on goal. Jopi will hold the zone as he dumps it in. Rizak in on the forecheck for the Jacks as he'll fight for that puck, comes up with it. Fighting in the corner, Rizak there for the Jacks. Bull comes away with it for Red Lake. He'll flip it across ice, played with a high stick, but it will be grabbed. Dickey takes a shot, steered aside by Loudon. Kaiser played that one with a high stick, but Red Lake first one's there. Keep the play going. Now a deflection out front. Doesn't make it on goal. Jacks trying to clear. Woodard with it up at the point. He'll send it in as Hacker takes it away and carries across the red line and dumps it in deep. Taupert stands it up there and hands it off. Dickey with it. He'll carry across the blue line and send it in. Loudon steers it up. Looks like he got the netting, but we won't get a whistle. Play continues. Red Lake with it. Knocked away by the Jacks. Possession lost. A mad scramble for it. And it looks like the Jacks will be able to play this one. Puck pinned up against the boards. Actually, as Caston in there trying to dig it out, able to get it over to Carson. Carson up the boards, just out of the reach of McDonald. He'll have a foot race here. And gets beaten out, though. A good defensive play to recover for Derzaffen. He is able to prevent McDonald from getting a clean 2-on-1. We have a whistle on the offsides, and we'll reset. 15 remaining in the first period. One shot to each team. Nothing on the scoreboard. Off the face-off, we will resume play. Red Lake with the puck in their own zone. Woodard across, just out of the reach of his defensive partner. Phillips will pressure on the far side boards for the Jacks. Trying to get it down to Pajali. Pajali will get involved in the scrum. Red Lake setting up near side. Trying to clear the pressure. Wyatt pinching down. Puck ends up with Hendry at the blue line. His shot knocked aside. Phillips takes a slap shot that doesn't make it through. Pajali with it. He'll throw it out front. Taupert will steer it aside. Puck behind the net. Phillips has it there. Trying to center for Pajali, but it's knocked away. And Red Lake will have it in the other direction. Pass just out of the reach of one. Pajali will pressure, and he'll take that puck away. A good job from Pajali harassing the player in the neutral zone, and now the Lumberjacks have a chance the other way. Phillips unable to hold on to the pass, and it will result in a turnover. Red Lake, a clearing attempt, ends up the length of the ice, and we will get icing called. 14-12 remaining in the first period as we head down to the Lumberjacks offensive zone. Postal, Hacker, and Sutter, the forward group for the Jacks. Kaiser and Jopi, the defense. Face-off won by Red Lake, but Sutter gets there, a backhand right on the side of the post. Taupert, he lines it up, though, and he's able to stop that and get another whistle for Red Lake. They will have the option to change coming off of the icing, getting that freeze. That's a big whistle Taupert can give his team. But it looks like only one player will go off for Red Lake. Another face-off won by the Miners up the boards. Kaiser gloves it down and holds the zone. Puck in deep. Sutter there, gets it to Postal. Postal looking right out front, a one-timer and a goal! Connor Hacker taps it in. A great display of passing for the Lumberjacks, and they take a 1-0 lead. Hacker from Postal and Sutter. And at 13:54 remaining in the first period, the Wisconsin Lumberjacks out in front. Again, that goal scored by number 24, Connor Hacker, sponsored by Becky Gogger Agency. Assists going to number 18, Caden Postal, sponsored by Ackley Novelty. And number 2, Caden Sutter, sponsored by Lakes and Trails. Play continues in the Lumberjack zone. Jopi behind his own goal, sends it up. Sutter there along the boards has it knocked away. Red Lake with the puck up at the point. Bull, his shot goes wide, and he gets hit for it as well. Sutter taking him out of the play. Ferrero falls down as the puck heads down to the Red Lake end. It will have the legs for icing. Red Lake avoiding a potential disastrous situation there. If Sutter could have beaten that out, and the Lumberjacks had numbers in the offensive zone. Of course, Casson will have to go back off as Lumberjacks not allowed to change off of that icing. There will be the goal-scoring line still out there. Hacker, Sutter, and Postal. Kaiser and Jopi the defense. Face-off won by Red Lake, but a good hustle from the Jacks. That was Kaiser able to prevent them from getting a play or a shot off. Bull with it, sends it back in deep. Ferreira, he'll have it in the near side corner, up the boards. Dickey tips it out to the neutral zone. Kaiser cranks a slap shot in deep. Dickey near side, looking cross ice, out of the reach of Lamoureux. Freeze will be there, and he'll send it across to Jopi. Jopi to Ingram. Ingram to McDonald. McDonald into the zone, trying to look out front. It's deflected up behind the goal. Ingram with it. Back to Casson, looking backdoor for McDonald, but it's knocked away. Now Freeze will pinch down, and he'll send the puck back behind the Red Lake goal. Carson makes a play on the other side. The defenseman getting active and being aggressive for the Lumberjacks in the offensive zone. Freeze tries to hold it in. That went off the face mask of the Red Lake player, and he's able to get the clear all the way down to the Lumberjack zone. Dickey has it. Dickey walks in, back door right there, tapped in. Loudon gets across and gets a piece of it, and Kyler Loudon makes a big save for the Lumberjacks. A bad turnover, and R.J. Dickey almost made them pay, finding his teammate on the back door, but unable to tap it in. Lumberjacks will hold on to their 1-goal lead. And that will bring us to our first media timeout. We'd like to thank some sponsors. Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Hurt? Call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks.
Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Don't forget, hockey fans will have Chuck a Buck and Chase the Jet for the second intermission. So
shots 4-3 in favor of the Lumberjacks, and 1-0 is the mark on the scoreboard. Defensive zone faceoff coming. Red Lake, one area they have been great is in the circle. They've won a majority of the faceoffs tonight. They win this one as well. Miners with the puck, trying to set up an offense. Pass into the slot right off the stick of Sanderson as he couldn't hold on. Down low, it'll be knocked up the boards. Pajali there. Back for Hendry. Hendry wraps it around. Axel Wyatt will try to play the puck. Miners with it. Sanderson down low. Sends a shot up into Loudon. Makes the save from a bad angle, but Loudon still steady. A centering pass gets knocked away. Ryder McMillan drops it off for Pajali. Finds Phillips in the middle of the ice. Phillips trying to go in, but Talbert will play it with the stick. Back out to the neutral zone. Axel Wyatt dumps it in, and the Lumberjacks will have to get onside, giving Red Lake a chance here to start this puck up ice. But a good play. Pajali knocks one off. He takes a shot, and Talbert makes the save. Pajali knocked the defender off the puck, took it away, and turns it into an opportunity for the Jacks. A great hustle play, and the Lumberjacks looking good early on in this first period. Face-off coming. Hacker wins it. Sutter the shot. Glove save made, and Talbert will hold on for another whistle. A good face-off win for Hacker. Never even had to touch the puck. Just tied up the centerman and let Sutter come in and grab that. This face-off won by Red Lake. Hacker loses his helmet. He'll go retrieve it right away. As he heads off the ice, Lumberjacks at a current man disadvantage. Hacker drops the helmet right at center ice. He heads off. Lumberjacks trying to get control in the red lake zone, but the Miners will clear. Jopi up the board. Sutter's there. He'll knock it over, but it's stopped right in the neutral zone and dumped in by Red Lake. Casting on the ice for Hacker, and it was early in the shift for the Jacks too, so this might affect the next few rotations through the line. As Kaiser with the puck hands it off, and the Jacks will start it up ice. Across the red line, in deep is Postal. He gets stood up by the defenseman. Lumberjacks still trying to gain control. Durzaf with it, sends it up the boards. Out into the neutral zone. Just loses control, and the Jacks will have it once again. Ingram with it. He'll dump it in. Talpert will stop it there as Ferreira goes into the corner to pick it up. Ingram, the lone man in on the forecheck as the Lumberjacks finish a change. Puck cleared out to the Lumberjack zone. It's Carson there playing it up the boards. Phillips with it. Looking cross ice for McDonald, just out of his reach. Red Lake back and along their own boards. Up, Freeze takes a shot. Talpert makes the save, and he'll pounce on it for another whistle. 1-0 Lumberjacks are leading. We're just over halfway through the first period. 9:43 remaining. Shots are 8-5 as we get ready for another offensive zone faceoff. Won by the Jacks again. Rizak trying to get control. Carson grabs it and takes a shot. Freeze another one. Talpert, 2 saves. Another chance. Banging away at it was Phillips, unable to find the back of the net. Puck in the neutral zone. Freeze with it, looking for Staley, just out of his reach. Red Lake sends it back out to the neutral zone. Carson's there with some time. He'll try to skate it up. Hits a skate, though, and Phillips has to save the play, taking away from a Red Lake player as it's played into the Red Lake zone. Albrecht with it, looking cross ice, just out of the reach of Ferreira. Ferreira will now get it back as Red Lake settles things up to RJ Dickey, who deflects that into the Lumberjack zone. Loudon stands it up behind the goal, and he'll pass it up the board. Sutter with it into the neutral zone. Caden Sutter into the offensive zone, has numbers with him. He tries to get a shot out front. Ferreira deflects it. Another centering pass, nobody there. Puck up near the blue line, it will be cleared. Wyatt sends it in. Lumberjacks will get on sides and go back in on the forecheck. 8:30 remaining in the first period. Jacks leading 1-0, and Red Lake will send this down for an icing. Lumberjacks getting ready for an offensive zone faceoff. Hacker, Sutter, and Postal. As Hacker wins the faceoff, Sutter looks back for Kaiser, who dumps it in. Postal along the boards. Plays it down to Hacker. Hacker with the puck in the far side corner, sends it back down low. Sutter knocks it out, but Hacker wasn't able to go towards the net. He was pinned against the boards, and the Lumberjacks will have to try and reset. Red Lake with the puck. They send it behind their own goal. Ferreira in the far side corner. He'll pick it up and he'll chip it out. High stick there from Caden Postal as he plays the puck, and we'll get a whistle. 7:50 remaining in the first period as we'll go to our next media timeout. We would again like to thank our sponsors, Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lane Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks.
To a dead mic, folks.
Blame it on Josh. He was up here.
He sabotaged.
He wants his job back.
just a bit. I was going to do it quick anyway, so I'll just wait until about 5 minutes. Let's squeeze one in there.
Ready, Kurt? Ready for this shit?
We're back, getting ready to resume play. 7:50 remaining in the first period. Face-off won by Phillips. Kaiser will play it in the neutral zone at the red line. Dumps it in and takes down Bull as well. Lumberjacks in on the forecheck. Kaiser getting a big cheer from the crowd there. Play continues. With the puck, Pajali centering pass. McMillan ends up with it. His shot fired up over the net. Davon Bull plays it out of the zone for Red Lake. Jopi back into the Lumberjack zone with the puck. Jopi across for Kaiser. Kaiser looking up the boards. McMillan's there. Puck was deflected by Bull and deflected again. Red Lake trying to control it. They'll send it across the ice. Jopi, first one there, harassed by one. Jopi still with the puck though. In his own zone, up the near side boards, he'll drop it for Kaiser. Kaiser across to Pajali, his pass just out of the reach of Phillips. Red Lake will grab it and send it right back down ice. And icing on the Miners. And that means they will not be able to change. They'll have to leave the same players out. Lumberjacks will take advantage of that with some fresh legs on the ice. Face-off won by Red Lake. Back behind their own net. They'll try to start it up ice. Shot out again. Freeze. Did he get the glove on it? He did. Knocks it down. And Carson in the neutral zone. His pass just out of the reach of Freeze. Up for Ingram. Ingram with the puck. Puts the moves on one. Gets taken down. We'll have a penalty coming, the first of the night. It's dumped in. Talpert will glove it and hold on for the whistle. It looks like that'll be number 14, Kyle Schechtel, going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping.
Press box, 14 tripping here.
Penalty on Red Lake's Kyle Schechtel, number 14.
Face-off coming. Lumberjacks onto the power play. They were 1 for 3 last night. A number they would be happy to keep as they struggled last year with the man advantage. But so far, on a very short season, 33%. Sutter with it down low. Carries behind the net. Looks up to the point. Postal across for Jopi. Back to Postal. He finds Phillips. Phillips wanted to shoot it. Back up to Jopi. He'll take a shot. Hits Hacker in the shin pads. Doesn't make it through on goal, and Red Lake's able to clear. Jopi back behind his own net with it. Dylan Jopi starts up ice. Across the red line, he'll carry into the offensive zone with it. Trying to dump it in, just loses control. Cleared again by Red Lake. Phillips able to turn the puck away from RJ Dickey. Lamoureux there to support. But it's Connor Hacker who gets control. Puck deflected over to Phillips. Phillips with it in the zone, has some time. Walking down low. He'll send it for Hacker out front. Nobody there to grab it. Lamoureux is able to get possession and clear once again for Red Lake. Sutter gets it on the pass from Loudon. Loudon plays it right up. His shot just wide. McDonald will be able to hold the zone. Sends it across for Jopi. Jopi with the puck up to Carson. Carson, a one-timer right out front. Hits a skate. Sutter couldn't find it. And Woodard is there to clear. 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Lumberjacks. 4:48 left in the first period. As the pass is intercepted by Red Lake, they have a chance to burn some clock. And it's sent back out. Levy with it. He goes across the blue line. His shot knocked aside by Loudon. Kaiser with it. Chance for one last rush, but one Lumberjack falls down into the boards. He's down behind the play. Carson carrying it up. His shot saved by Talpert. And he'll hold on with the glove. It looks like that's Ryder McMillan, who's slow to get up for the Jacks, but he is up under his own power. He'll skate off and be looked at, and of course we hope he is okay. In the meantime, 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first period. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Lumberjacks with an offensive face-off. Draw one by Red Lake. Durzoff with it behind the net. He sends it around the boards. Sanderson out towards the neutral zone. Axel Wyatt with the puck, intercepted. And Red Lake will have it going the other way. Durzoff with it. Backhands it up the boards. Little too long for Mowat. And Jopi plays it back up the neutral zone. Sutter trying to knock that in. Ends up out of play as we get another whistle. Shots 12-6, favoring the Lumberjacks, now doubling up Red Lake after the power play.
Once again, we'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, Artisan,
Still a 1-0 edge on the scoreboard.
champion for health and champion for our community.
Hacker off the faceoff, wins it to the side to Sutter. It's dumped in. Caden Sutter in aggressively on the forecheck. Sutter plays the puck to Postal. Postal, all three Lumberjacks forwards down low in the zone, below the bottom of the circle, and that'll give Red Lake a chance going the other way. Lamoureux tips it ahead. Dickey in. He gets taken down. His shot. Loudon makes the save. They will rule that Dickey fell down. We have the net off. No ref had called for a penalty, and we might be staying 5 aside after this one. Dickey, if he had been able to keep his stride, it looked like he did have a step on the defender, Kaiser. He goes down to one knee, still gets the shot off on Loudon, but able to make a relatively easy save for how dangerous the situation looked potentially. We'll have a defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Lumberjacks after the stoppage. Faceoff won by Red Lake. Lumberjacks able to take it away. It's Connor Hacker. Plays it up to Sutter, who will dump it in. Talpert stops it there. One player taken down. Jacks will go off on a change. Played up ice by the Miners in the neutral zone right at the red line. Phillips tries to take it away from one. Lamoureux with it. Has it poked away by Jopi. Jopi starting it up ice across the red line into the offensive zone. Has one player with him. Jopi pulls up. It's Rezak. Gets it to him. A shot by Rezak. Saved by Talpert. And we'll get a whistle as the net comes off. Dylan Jopi playing that one well on both ends. Had the poke check on the defensive zone, or rather in the defensive zone, to knock it away. Carries it all the way up and gives Rezak a great look right on the back door. Talpert is up to the task. Shots 13-7 now favoring the Lumberjacks. They lead 1-0 with 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the first period of play. Phillips will be centering Staley and Rezak. Wyatt and Hendry the defense. So it looks like Red Lake having to talk to the ref here about something. Maybe arguing where the faceoff should go. Most of the Miners lined up for the faceoff though. And it looks like they will push Albrecht back down into the zone and say, let's get this period finished up. Phillips into the circle. Takes the faceoff. Rezak can't get the shot through on goal. A nice play by Hendry though as he crashes down and holds the zone for the Jacks. Puck near side and cleared. Wyatt in the neutral zone. Softly back up the boards. It's grabbed there. Mowat takes it into the zone. Mowat with it. Up to Dursa. And that shot deflected. Goes wide. Doesn't make it on goal. Play continues. Red Lake with it. Albrecht. His shot tipped by Rezak. A shot now softly will make it through. Loudon will swallow it and hold on for the whistle with 2:28 remaining in the first period of action. Casson, McDonald, and Ingram will be the forwards for the Jacks. Freeze and Carson on the defense. Just a few more shifts in this first period. Lumberjacks trying to close it strong. Puck along the near side boards. Pushed out towards the neutral zone. Red Lake will be offsides by a hair, and we'll get another whistle. Lumberjacks elect not to change. Corbett, Halavy, and Sanderson, the forwards for Red Lake. Carson across for Freeze. Freeze trying to track it down. Sanderson pins him against the boards. Corbett trying to get it back in deep. He's fighting for it with Freeze, who comes away with it to Carson. Carson up the boards for Ingram. Now along the near side boards, Carson will come away with it, carries it behind the goal, looking to start it up ice as he dekes around Corbett out to the neutral zone. Looks near side. Ingram has it tipped away. A good defensive play by Durzaf. And the Lumberjacks will have to reset back in their own zone. McDonald, a dangerous pass across to Jopi. Deflected by Red Lake, but the Lumberjacks will keep control for now. Red Lake takes it away. Corbett with a shot in the slot, but Loudon knocks it down, and he'll hold on for the whistle. 1 minute, 29 seconds remaining in the first period. Lumberjacks lead 1-0. It will be the goal-scoring line for the Jacks out on the ice. Hacker, Postal, and Sutter. Off the face-off. Kaiser with it in the corner. He'll be pinned against the boards, but able to maintain control and backhand it up. Sutter now fighting for it. Ferreira there as well for Red Lake. Hacker comes away with it, backhands it past the defender. He'll try to win a foot race. He does with the puck across for Postal. Postal unable to dig that out of the skates of Woodard, and they will avoid disaster for Red Lake. 1 minute remaining in the period. Puck played along the boards. Hacker and Sutter fighting for it for the Jacks. Sutter comes away with it, throws it out front. Taupert will knock it down and put the glove on it for a whistle. 47.3 seconds left in the first period. Shots are 14-9 in favor of the Lumberjacks as they look for a couple more to end this period and possibly a goal. They lead 1-0, and I would love to extend that before heading into the break. Phillips, Pajali, and it looks like McDonald will be replacing Ryder McMillan on this line. McMillan at the very end of the power play had a collision behind the Lumberjacks net and was slow to get off the ice. He may still be being evaluated. Pajali with it right out front, the backhand sitting there. Taupert dives, knocks it away, and the net comes off. That'll be the whistle that we get. Puck in a prime scoring opportunity. Nobody for the Jacks could get there. Down to 35.8 seconds remaining in the period. Phillips into the face-off circle. He's against the lobby, wins the faceoff as Pajali streaking through, chips it out front, knocked down by Phillips, and they'll say he played it with a high stick. Phillips is trying to say, I had it below the crossbar. But once the refs make that call, it's hard to change their mind. And we'll be headed back down the ice for the next faceoff. Out to the neutral zone. Corbett facing off against Phillips of the Jacks. Corbett wins the draw back for Red Lake, looking for a play through the middle, just out of the reach of Sanderson. Pajali has to go through his skates. Albrecht looks middle of the ice. Jopi trying to play it up, but it's taken away. Corbett into the zone, drops it off Levy. With the puck, Sanderson there to support. He'll backhand it in deep. Kaiser takes a hit from one. Levy centering pass knocked away. Albrecht will crank a slap shot. Loudon makes the save. And a great job by Kyler Loudon as he holds on for the whistle. A rebound there could have been dangerous with Halavy out in front. And then again, maybe it wouldn't have been dangerous as we do get our stoppage with only 0.1 second remaining. And it looks like the refs will say, yeah, run that one off. We're good to go. And we will head into the first intermission with your Wisconsin Lumberjacks leading the defending SIJHL champion Red Lake Miners 1-0. Shots are 15-10. The Lumberjacks really setting the pace of play in this game, pushing Red Lake into their zone and getting a lot of good entry looks. It was the Sutter Postal Hacker connection that got the job done deep in the zone. Sutter sent it behind the goal for Postal onto the near side boards. He found Hacker all alone right out in front of the net. Hacker tapped in the one-timer, giving the Jacks their 1-0 lead. There was one penalty in this period. Kyle Schechtel of Red Lake got a tripping. Lumberjacks were unable to convert on that man-up opportunity, leaving the score at 1-0, and the Jacks did lose the second leading scorer from last year, their highest returning production, Ryder McMillan, to an injury late in that first period as the penalty came to an end. We'll have to wait and see if he is able to make a return tonight. As we head to the second period, Lumberjacks leading 1-0. That's where we'll pick up the broadcast. Until then, thank you for listening, and go Jacks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we are ready for the start of the second period of action. Your Wisconsin Lumberjacks leading the Red Lake Miners by a score of 1-0. Sutter with the puck in the neutral zone. Carry into the offensive zone, has it poke-checked away and taken down by Woodard, and he loses his helmet as he's knocked into the boards, and we'll get a whistle. Lone goal in the first period scored by number 24, Connor Hacker. Assist going to both of his line mates, Caden Sutter and Caden Postal. Sutter will have to head off the ice after losing the bucket, and that means the Lumberjacks will just elect for a full line change. Ryder McMillan back onto the ice, a good sign for the Lumberjacks as he did leave injured later in the first period. Off the face-off, Lamoureux with it. Harassed, though, by Phillips. He'll carry into the zone. Turns away. Looking for an open player along the boards. Taken away by Phillips. Dickey. Centering pass knocked away. McMillan with the puck as he'll start up ice. Looks cross ice just out of the reach of Phillips. He'll give chase, but the puck does make the red line, and we'll have an icing on the Jacks. Just 39 seconds into the second period of action. Jacks leading in shots 15-10. And we'll see how both teams operate with the long change in the second period. Looks like the ref will get with the linesman and talk this one over. Maybe about if it's actually icing or maybe an aired icing, but they will head down into the Lumberjack zone. Phillips into the circle against Corbett. And now the two refs will have a quick meeting themselves. A lot of discussion for a relatively, what looked to be a relatively straightforward icing call. No players involved in this discussion either, just the two refs going back and forth. Everybody else lined up and ready for the face-off. Phillips into the circle. Draw one by Corbett. Durzaf with it up top. He's trying to send it out front. A good skate there from Kaiser. Knocks it down. And McMillan has it in the neutral zone. Trying to stick handle around Ferrero, but he'll take it away and clear. In the neutral zone, Kaiser dumps it in. Talpert stops it behind the goal and sends it up the near side boards for Sanderson. He digs it off the boards. A little too long for Halevi. Fighting for it now in the neutral zone. Pajali back in deep for Kaiser. Kaiser across, and Jopi sends it up the boards. McMillan with it in the neutral zone. His pass goes through the legs of Pajali. Icing called for by the linesman, but waved off up front. Play continues. Durzaf with it. Knocked away. A good stick by Phillips. Ferrero will be there to pick it up, and he'll send it up the far side boards. Halevi with it. Near side. Durzaf loses control. Phillips pushes it up. And Ferreira, last man back, has the puck for the Miners. Rings it around Moat there. Looks into the neutral zone. Red Lake has it going the other way. A step too early for Schechtel. He gets in just before Bertschinger, and that will be an offsides on Red Lake. .18:11 remaining in the second period. Jacks still hold the 1-goal edge, 1-0. Casson in the face-off circle. He will be facing off against Moat. Off the draw, won by Red Lake, but they'll have to track it all the way back to their own zone. Bull, near side, deflected in deep by Bertschinger. Loudon behind his own goal, sends it up the near side. Off the skates of one. Casson up the boards, puck along the blue line. Elbrick takes a shot, deflected, but Loudon sticks with it the whole way, makes the save, and even takes a slash at the end there from Schechtel. A couple of Lumberjacks players will push him around. And as we get ready for another defensive zone faceoff, that's the first shot on goal of this period. Loudon was up to the task. Caston in the circle against Lamoureux. Faceoff won by the Jacks. Freeze up the boards. Ingram absorbs a hit and is able to clear. McDonald pressures Albrecht, and he gets the puck in the zone. Offsides, waved off as it was knocked back in by Red Lake. McDonald gets a shot and a prime opportunity, but Taupert is there to make the save. Lumberjacks will take the whistle and the opportunity to change the forward line. Going back to Phillips, Pajali, and McMillan, meaning we see a skip in the cycle for the Postal Sutter Hacker line. Haven't seen them since Sutter lost his helmet early in the period. Play continues. A shot from Carson right out front, and Phillips taps it across for McMillan, who couldn't put it in. One pass, maybe too many for the Jacks. McMillan has the puck slashed off his stick, and Albrecht will be going to the box. Lumberjacks will get their second power play opportunity of this game. Albrecht, 2 minutes for slashing.
$100. 27, 2-minute slash.
Penalty on the Miners, number 27.
Face off outside the zone. Lumberjacks do win the draw, but they will have to go back to the neutral zone before they can get in and set up this power play. Pajali with it, but he's going the wrong way. Now looks up the far side boards out of the reach of Phillips. Bull could have been there first, but he took the opportunity to hit Kaiser. It still works out for Red Lake as Ferreira is there, and he gets a clear. Loudon, a little misdirection with the puck, a dangerous time as he did have a player on top of him, but the Lumberjacks will have it into the offensive zone. Carson spins away from one, trying to work his way down to the dot. He'll take a shot. Taupert the save. Carson with it behind the goal. Sends it up now for McMillan. McMillan, his shot up over the net. Pajali with it. Lumberjacks, not a lot of puck movement in the zone. A lot of shots being sent right off the sticks of whoever has the puck. Now they'll try to get it going. Carson with it. Deeks around one, trying to work his way back to the middle. Takes a shot, a deflection out front. McMillan couldn't control it. McDonald back onto his feet, up top for Carson. Gets it back as he walks it down. His shot. Taupert makes it. McMillan got a piece of it in the air, but couldn't deflect it in. And Red Lake will get the clear. Loudon plays it right back up to Pajali. Lumberjacks are going to try to get into the zone quick. And the Lumberjacks get a shot from Pajali, saved by Taupert. The Jacks actually got away with one there. McDonald was not off the ice yet, and he was still in the offensive zone. Probably should have been in offsides, but the refs let it go, and Pajali gets another shot in on Taupert. 15:54 remaining in the second period of action. 35 seconds left on the Albrecht penalty for slashing. Lumberjacks now 5 shots on goal in this period. They're up to 20 in the game. Phillips trying to kick it through off the draw. Can't get control. Bull will backhand that one high enough to clear the zone. Postal will be back to get it. Loudon with the puck. Still with it as he fakes out one defender. Gets it to Jopi. Jopi trying to start it up ice. Stick handling around a couple. He'll have to do it again. He's getting caught from behind. Gets it into the zone. Schechtel knocks away from one. Jopi to play it in the corner. Up the boards. Nobody's there. And that will end the power play for the Lumberjacks. Albrecht back onto the ice. Postal into the offensive zone with it. Chipped out. And Red Lake unable to clear, though, right at the blue line. A good play. Sutter, I believe, saved the zone and saves the forecheck. Phillips working in the corner. Postal trying to dig it out. Sutter with the puck now as he turns away. Has Postal right in the slot. And a good stick lift there by Bertschinger might have saved a goal. Postal couldn't quite get all on that one. And now with the puck in the neutral zone, Postal will carry it back in. Tries to drop it, but teammate Sutter was just a little bit slow getting there as he had cleared up. And now they will reset into the neutral zone. Jopi with the puck. He gets taken down, but Phillips is there. Phillips into the offensive zone. goes around one, only had one hand on the stick, shoves it out front, but Taupert's able to stop that one, and we will get another whistle. Some good pressure for the Lumberjacks, a lot of shots, but unable to find pay dirt through the power play. They're 0-2 now on the power play. That drops them to 1-5 on the season. Face-off won by the Jacks. Hendry will crank a shot up over the goal. Puck on the near side. McDonald fighting for it. Ingram takes down a player, and it looks like that's Woodard. He's slow to get up. We'll get a whistle now. Ty Woodard took the hit from Ingram, and looks like he was grabbing his face. Maybe got hit up high. He'll unstrap his helmet, but he will also be able to get up and get off on his own power. Casting into the faceoff circle for the Jacks as we get play restarted. Corbett trying to push it forward, but it's knocked away by Axel Wyatt. Sanderson dumps it in, knocked down by Loudon. And it looks like we will have a penalty coming on the Jacks. Roughing is the call. Sanderson might have gotten hit late there on the dumping attempt, and it looks like it will be Ingram going to the box for the Jacks. Number 22, Sam Ingram, one of the new players to this Lumberjacks roster. It goes to the box, 2 minutes for roughing, and Red Lake will get their first power play opportunity of the game. Looks like we'll take a media timeout as well, which means we're going to thank our sponsors, starting with Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. 7 Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Also, if you would like to stay tuned in after Chuck-a-Puck, in between this period and the third, we will have an interview live on the broadcast with SIJHL Commissioner Darren Nicholas. He will be joining us up in the booth, talking about the end of the last SIJHL season, how the Centennial Cup went, and what he's looking forward to in this new year. Of course, that was Red Lake who advanced from the SIJHL as they were victorious over Thief River to become the SIJHL champions. A big turnover for this Red Lake roster, though, returning just 3 players. Jacks were able to take advantage of that last night as they have 11 returning players, leaning on that experience en route to a 5-2 win. And now up early, but they will be tested on the penalty kill. 13:53 remaining in the second period. Penalty killers for the Jacks: Phillips, Hacker, Jopi, and Kaiser. Off the face-off win, Kaiser will send it down ice. Taupert there. He'll play it behind the goal, but he hits the net. Hacker has it. A centering pass. Phillips, his shot. Save made by Taupert. Taupert able to make the recovery off of his own mistake behind the goal. Makes the save. But still, the Lumberjacks able to get a whistle on the penalty kill. You'll take as many of those as you can get. Play continues. Lamoureux sends it cross ice. And Ferreira will start into the zone. Has one player with him. Dickey off of his skate. Doesn't like the look, and so he'll send it up top. Durzav over to Dickey down low. Red Lake trying to get control. Phillips takes it right off the stick of Chrysler and sends it down ice. Red Lake will take the chance to change. 1:10 remaining in the penalty to Ingram. McDonald and Pajali now the forwards on the penalty kill. Corbett brings it in, takes a shot. Loudon another save, and he'll hold on for the whistle. And it looks like the defense will change for the Lumberjacks. They'll leave Pajali and McDonald out there as they had just taken the ice. Axel Wyatt and Zach Carson will be the defense. Corbett takes the draw for Red Lake over to the boards, and they're able to get control. Bull across. Woodard, his shot deflected out front, doesn't make it on goal. Lumberjacks try to clear a bad angle, but it does get out. Bull just barely couldn't hold that zone. The clearing attempt from the Lumberjacks, maybe a little too horizontal into the boards, but they are able to get it out and get the whistle. So off the face-off. Up top, Bull. Back into Albrecht. Sends it in deep. Axel Wyatt looking for the clear, gets it out to the neutral zone, and Red Lake will track all the way back to their own zone. Woodard with it. Goes behind the goal, 30 seconds remaining in the penalty. Corbett across in the offensive zone. Sanderson loses control of the puck. The Lumberjacks able to get there, and it's sent out by Carson. Just trying to flip that one up over the defenseman's head, but can't keep it in play. They will rule. It looks like maybe that it was not touched by Red Lake, so that face-off will go back into the Lumberjack zone. 17 seconds left in the penalty, and the Jacks will go with 3 forwards and 1 defenseman to kill the rest of it. Hacker, his line out on the ice, Postal and Sutter. Jopi, the lone defense, face-off won by Red Lake. Up top, a shot ends up over the net. Dickey trying to stop it. Postal on him. Postal knocks him down. Hacker takes it away. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Sutter plays it up ice. Lumberjacks can go on the full attack. They're going to get a defenseman back right here as Kaiser hops onto the ice. And he'll hold the zone, sends it in deep. Fighting for it along the boards. RJ Dickey will end up with it. Red Lake a chance going the other way. Lamoureux with it. Carries across the blue line, trying to cut towards the middle. Knocked away. And played up. Postal in behind the defense, has a chance and on goal. Goes for the stick handling move around Durzaf, who knocks it away. And right out front, a turnover for Postal. Shot just wide. RJ Dickey will send it off the glass out to the neutral zone. Back into the zone, cutting towards the middle. A shot from Chrysler, deflected wide by Loudon. Phillips now with it, ahead of steam. Up into the offensive zone, he loses control. Sutter there to try and support as well as Jopi. Puck fought for along the boards. Sutter can't quite dig it out. Albrecht comes away with it, and Albrecht ahead of steam backhands it into the zone. A shot attempt sent wide. Fighting for it is Red Lake, trying to get control. A hit by one, but Jopi takes it, and he's going the other way. Across Pajali. Pajali, Phillips in, McMillan there. Pajali, his shot goes just wide. Lumberjacks making a change. Carson off the bench, right into the play. His shot hits Taupert in the shoulder. Kaiser absorbs contact from one. Kaiser will take a slap shot right off the deflection. A tip and a save made by Taupert. Red Lake feeling the pressure. They'll go for the clear, and it will miss the net, meaning we will get an icing here on the Miners. They'll have to head back down into their own zone. Just Blatz and Maslak will be stuck on the ice for Red Lake. They're on a long shift as well. Lumberjacks a chance to take advantage. Face-off. A tie-up. Carson trying to get it to McMillan. It's knocked off his stick by Albrecht. Still fighting for it. Able to hold the zone are the Lumberjacks. 3 players involved near that scrum. Red Lake will now chip it out. Nobody back for the Lumberjacks. And Maslak could have a chance as he into the zone. Carson with a good recovery. Rubs him into the boards. And Pajali's there to take the puck. Carson tied up with Maslak behind the play. But Lumberjacks, meanwhile, will take it into the offensive zone. Phillips with it. Finds Pajali in the slot. Pajali shoots. He scores! Salvatore Pajali with the snipe up over the glove of Taupert, and the Lumberjacks take a 2-0 lead.
So batteries for wireless mic.
We'll wait for that one to get called up. Pajali from at least Phillips, and I'm sure if there wasn't a second assist, we'll get one eventually.
Lumberjacks goal by number 16, Sal.
McMillan will actually get credit for that assist instead of Phillips, who is probably more deserving of it. But of course, if you've been listening to Lumberjacks games with us, you know that's subject to change in the next few minutes, so we'll keep an eye on that. Pajali with the puck. Back into Kaiser. Sent down ice. Phillips trying to track it down in the Red Lake zone as they hit it back out to the neutral zone. Jopi with it. Up the boards. Miners near side. Trying to play it up ice. Lumberjacks now with a 2-0 lead as Kaiser steps up and lays the body on Moat, but he takes him down as well. Right out front, Moat gets the deflection, but Loudon's there. He makes the catch and holds on for the whistle. 8:59 remaining in the second period of play. Lumberjacks leading 2-0, a shot edge of 28-16 now in their favor.
Oh, this one's still hanging on, but it's giving me a flash. If she had a couple of double A's, it'd be
I
great.
just texted her.
But we are okay with the Southern Light.
Off the face-off, Lumberjacks with control. Hacker over to Postal.
Well, the problem is she's gonna need the wireless mic.
Postal gets it back. Hendry with the puck. He gets knocked down. Sanderson with the good play. He'll try to get a shot off, but it's deflected away by Hacker. With the puck now, Corbett looks for Sanderson. His shot, save made by Loudon, and he'll hold on for another whistle. Looks like the Lumberjacks will elect for a full 5-man change here with 8:34 remaining in the second period. Shots 28-18. Lumberjacks hold the edge, but Red Lake quickly closing it. They haven't been able to find success as Loudon has been good in goal so far. Red Lake with the puck. A centering pass doesn't make it through to Corbett. And Phillips, it looks like, was the one who gloved that down and is able to get it out to the neutral zone. McMillan harassing one defender. Albrecht comes up with it. Intercepted by McMillan. He'll walk it down. Has a chance. A pass, a shot, and a save by Taupert. Taupert trying to keep this game within reach for the Miners. Gets the leg out to the post and is able to deny. I believe that was Phillips. His play continues. Pajali sending it out front. Nobody there. Deflected away by the Miners. Zach Carson into Phillips. Carson, his shot. Save and deflected into the corner by Taupert. A centering pass. Pajali's there. Gets it. A shot. Kick save made by Taupert. Lumberjacks already eclipsing 30 shots in the game as they have kept the pressure dialed up. And here they go again. Outlet pass to McMillan. Takes the shot. He scores. Ryder McMillan up over the blocker. And the Lumberjacks take a 3-0 lead. Ryder McMillan, the third leading scorer on this team last season for the Lumberjacks, scored 50 points in 41 games played. He picks his spot there, and he will have another tally. Dylan Jopi will get the assist for the Lumberjacks. That's number 12, Ryder McMillan, from number 4, Dylan Jopi. And it's a 3-0 lead for the Lumberjacks with 7:20 remaining in the second period of play. Casson into the zone for the Jacks. He looks for a centering pass. Carson's there. His shot deflected wide. Casson right back out front through the skates of one. And out down towards the neutral zone. Jopi along the Lumberjacks blue line. Carries it back into his own zone. Up the boards. Finds Ingram. Ingram loses control of the puck and takes a big hit from Lamoureux. Puck in the Lumberjacks zone. Jopi deflects it up. McDonald carries into the offensive zone, and he'll dump it in. Ingram trying to get a centering pass, but Woodard prevents it from getting out front. He'll grab it and throw it down ice. And we will get an icing on Red Lake. Lumberjacks 2 quick goals in the middle part of this second period as they're trying to turn up the pressure on this young Red Lake team. They've done so successfully. A 3-0 lead. They hold the shot edge 32-18 with 6:40 remaining. Face-off coming, Hacker wins it back. Hendry ends up with it off the stick of Postal. His shot doesn't make it through on goal. Sutter, first one there along the boards to Hacker. Knocked away, tipped up into the glass. Hacker able to hand it off to Postal, entering the zone. Postal goes wide on the defender. His shot up over the net. Hacker gets it in the corner down low for Postal, sends it back up the boards. Lumberjacks just suffocating this Red Lake team, but it looks like we'll have a penalty there from the Jacks. Not the smartest of penalties either, as it's a cross-checking, I believe, on Caden Postal. He just took down Ferreira. Ferreira wasn't really in the scrum, and Postal skated up, knocked him over with the cross-check, and he'll get to go sit for 2 minutes and think about what he's done. Second power play of the night for Red Lake. Unsuccessful on the first, and they really had no opportunities. Also, the penalty will take us into our next media timeout, which means we're going to thank our sponsors, Artisan, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lane Offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. And if you didn't hear it during the last media timeout, stay tuned in during the break. Just after Chuck-a-Puck, we will have an interview with SIJHL Commissioner Darren Nicholas, talking all things SIJHL from the end of last season into the start of this, and maybe get some information on what things will look like moving forward for the league.
Physical therapy, and Jack Links is the official protein snack of the Wisconsin Lumberjacks.
6:08 remaining in the second period. A full power play ahead for Red Lake. And a chance, really, that media timeout comes in nice to look back at the last power play and try to figure out what wasn't working and maybe make some micro adjustments. You're not changing your whole power play on the bench in the middle of the game, but there's the micro and the macro, and that's a great time to adjust the micro and try to see if you can get things to work. Off the face, off a shot from Bull goes wide. Lumberjacks with it. Hacker behind the goal. He will clear. All the way down ice. Caden Sutter's right there. He runs Bull into the boards, and he's going to try to pin this puck up against the boards. He lost his stick, but it looks like he might have also taken a penalty there. Bull had not played the puck yet, but also it was Loudon skating off, so maybe behind the play Red Lake picked one up. The signal looked like a high stick. We'll wait for this one to get called up, but we're going to 4-on-4 hockey for the Jacks.
For them. 27, you said? 27. 2 minutes, high stick.
It is a high stick on number 27, Carter Albrecht.
Penalty on number 27 for the Miners, Carter Albrecht. 2 minutes for high sticking, bringing up a Wisconsin.
And maybe some broken hardware down back behind the net as they go look. The refs and a couple of Red Lake players checking out the ice conditions. With these sticks made of graphene, they do, if they break, splinter pretty badly nowadays. Might just be trying to clean up some of that off the ice. Either way, it's a short-lived power play opportunity for Red Lake. They get just 21 seconds and are unable to convert and take a penalty, evening things up. It looks like for the Lumberjacks, they'll go 3 forwards and a defenseman for 4-on-4 play. Phillips, Pajali, and McMillan will be the forward line with Kaiser on defense.
Tommy Cleveland did a little sponsorship on
the ice?
on the battery, Lakes and Trails. All right, you want to give her a little test run? Or are you serious? You got it.
Will you lick them first?
Looks like everything's cleaned up and we're ready to get play back underway. RJ Dickey with it off the faceoff. Lumberjacks are going to take another penalty. We're about to go to 4-on-3 as Phillips comes away with it. It was right off the faceoff. Lamoureux gets taken down. Pajali looks like he's pleading a case there, but the ref already has the penalty called. They'll take Lamoureux off towards his bench as he was slow to get up. Pajali will be the one going to the box. High sticking is the call. Salvatore Pajali. High stickings taken by Carter Albrecht, and then on the very next ensuing faceoff, Salvatore Pajali gets a high stick of his own. And just like that, Red Lake not only back onto the power play, but a 4-on-3, which has a more of an advantage from percentage standpoint of being successful just with having only 3 defenders on the ice, a lot more space to move that puck, and a lot more of an ability to constrict the zone, condense it once you use that space, and get good looks from on top of the goalie. Refs will talk this one over. 5:36 remaining in the second period of action. Lumberjacks have a comfortable 3-0 lead, but they certainly don't want to take their foot off the gas. They need to survive this power play opportunity from Red Lake first. It will be a minute 28 of 4-on-3 play, followed by 21 seconds of 4-on-4 play, and then another 10 seconds of 5-on-4 in Red Lake's favor.
He's in recovery.
Oh, 7.
Yeah.
We're good here now.
What do we got?
4 minutes.
As they talk this one over and try to get everything sorted with the Red Lake bench. Right now it looks like the 3-man lineup for the Lumberjacks on the penalty kill will be Phillips, Jopi, and Kaiser. And they actually will be changes, as it looks like Pajali will be bumped up to a double minor for high sticking. That was the confusion. He'll go up to 4 minutes, which means an extended power play opportunity coming 2 minutes and 10 seconds of 5-on-4 for Red Lake on the backside of this.
I know, I can't figure it out. These things do it. I hate this thing.
The 4-man power play unit for Red Lake will be RJ Dickey, Jacob Lamoureux, Ty Woodard, and Davon Bull. Maybe not something you get as well practiced at this point in the season, very early on with the 4-on-3 power play opportunity. We'll see what Red Lake has in terms of a setup.
It doesn't want to work. Like it's.
And the tech crew will figure things out. We'll get 4 minutes on the board. Ready to resume play. 5:36 remaining in the second period of action. Face-off won by Phillips. Kaiser rings it around the opposite side of the boards, but Woodard will get there and save the zone. Red Lake with a free setup. Bull gives it over to Lamoureux. Jacob Lamoureux with the puck, walking out towards the middle. Back to Bull. Bull cutting towards the front. Up top, Lamoureux with it. He'll take a shot deflected wide. RJ Dickey with it behind the Lumberjack goal. Bull up top. Woodard. Back to Bull, deflected by Phillips. He'll go cross ice, Lamoureux. Lamoureux at the blue line. Gives it over. Woodard. His shot blocked by Jopi. 45 seconds left in the first penalty to the Lumberjacks. Lamoureux with it up top. Crosses for Bull. Bull looks for a shot right up front. Loudon makes the save and stops another one from Dickey. And he'll jump on it with the glove. We get a whistle and a big stoppage for the Lumberjacks. 35 seconds remaining in the 4-on-3. 4:43 remaining in the second period.
chart that they got.
Well, they must have it just baking right now.
Well, that's good for it. That's long.
No different than leaving it here all the
Hacker, Wyatt, and Carson will be the 3 Lumberjacks players on the ice now. Corbett, Sanderson are the forwards for Red Lake. It looks like Ferreira and Durzaf will be the defense. A shot, save made by Loudon. Durzaf with it. Up at the blue line, it's taken away. Wyatt sends it down the ice. Only 15 seconds left in the penalty to Caden Postal. Red Lake with it back into the offensive zone. Corbett spins away from one. Sanderson ends up with the puck. Takes it behind the goal. Penalty expires to Postal. We're 4-on-4. Pass right out front. And Corbett is able to roof it up over the shoulder of Loudon. And that's just a defensive breakdown from the Jacks. Sanderson finds Corbett wide open in front of the goal. And the problem for the Jacks is that was 4-on-4 play, so it doesn't alleviate the 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in Salvatore Pajali's double minor.
24 from 17. Okay.
Number 24, Aiden Corbett gets the goal. Assist going to number 17, Trevor Sanderson.
Red Lake Miners goal by number 20.
So was that a power play or no?
Aiden Corbett.
No.
Assisted by number 17.
Is that right?
Sanderson.
So we will continue with 4-on-4 play. After we get the face-off, it looks like Red Lake will leave their goal-scoring unit on the ice. Sanderson, Corbett as the forwards, Durzaf and Ferreira the defense.
Because that penalty didn't leave, like the first 2 minutes out of there, first penalty. So it was on there. So
Pajali will be in the box. Still 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining on his double minor. And we'll see what exactly the lineup is for Coach Lean to counter with only 18 seconds of 4-on-4 before they are on to the penalty kill. So one would think that the Lumberjacks would most likely start with a penalty killing unit on the ice, just in case they aren't able to get any quick pressure on Red Lake to start off this shift.
ask them what they want. I didn't know that other one was on there. I don't have anything to say. It's here.
Try throwing them from here.
And we're still trying to figure out what the confusion is down on the ice. It was a 4-on-4 goal. Things should be rather straightforward here, and it will be 4-on-4 to continue as they sort things out.
Hey, do they want anything taken off the board? Okay.
Face-off coming. Puck dropped. Caden Postal comes away with it. He'll chip it back to the defense. Carson starts it up ice. Only 10 seconds, and then the Lumberjacks have a 2-minute and 10-second penalty to kill. Right off the boards, Carson, his shot, actually the glass, bounced back out front. Nobody there to play it, but Carson recovers and poke checks it away from Corbett. Albrecht back onto the ice. His replacement jumped on, and that should be too many men on Red Lake, but the refs miss it, and they'll let play continue. Albrecht's replacement coming out of the box hopped onto the ice, and Albrecht played the puck with 6 guys on the ice for Red Lake, but the refs let it go. Play continues. Lumberjacks have a full penalty to kill, and it starts off well as Carson intercepts that pass. A 3-on-2 going the other way. Caden Postal with it. He takes a shot. Save made by Talbert, and he'll hold on for the whistle. 3:15 remaining in the second period of action. 1 minute and 39 seconds left in the Pajali penalty. Lumberjacks leading 3-1 with a shot edge of 34-21. Hacker and McDonald, the penalty killing forwards for the Lumberjacks. Jopi and Kaiser, the defense. Off the face-off, Miners with it. Durzaf looks near side. Gets it to Lamoureux. Lamoureux has it knocked away by McDonald. McDonald trying to get control. Puck squirts out to Hacker. Hacker sends it all the way down ice. Taupert stops it there. Durzaf behind the goal. Carries up into the neutral zone. Across the red line up. Lamoureux dumps it in. Loudon can't get the puck stopped behind the goal. And Red Lake will have control. 2:30 remaining in the second period of action. RJ Dickey down low. Gets the pass back from Chrysler. Gives it back to Chrysler, who moves behind the net. Had Lamoureux up at the top of the circle calling for it. Lamoureux now gets it. Will take the one-timer, and Kyler Loudon makes the easy save. 2:21 remaining in the second period. 3-1 Lumberjacks lead. 45 seconds remaining on the Pajali penalty. Defensive zone faceoff coming for the Jacks. Phillips off the draw, gets it up towards the point, but Bull is there to hold the zone. Sanderson with it, centering pass looking for Corbett. He's unable to hold on. Jopi along the boards. Puck gets to McMillan, and McMillan will finally get the clear. Back behind the goal. Davon Bull with it. He'll put a move on McMillan as he continues up ice. Gets it to Corbett. Aiden Corbett loses control entering, and Loudon will go for the clear himself, but Bull able to hold his zone. 10 seconds left in the Pajali minor. Bull near side Sanderson. He takes a shot through, and Loudon makes the save. He'll hold on for a whistle. Lumberjacks currentry sitting alone at the, or not alone, rather, with the Cam River Fighting Walleye atop the SIJHL standings just one game into the season. Dryden and Red Lake suffered losses to these two teams last night. So Lumberjacks looking to stay out in front if they can secure a win here. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey, a minute 30 left in the period. Zach Carson into the offensive zone, trying to go around Davon Bull, who knocks it away. Puck in the far side corner. Fighting for it. Pajali trying to get control. Pajali with it to Carson, trying to walk out, but Sanderson knocks it away. Trevor Sanderson at the red line, sends it in. The linesman actually had icing called, but it's waved off. As play continues, McMillan trying to get it out. Zone held by Albrecht. Carson sends the puck back. Pajali can't quite get control of it. Knocked up by Freeze. In the corner, Carson sends it off the glass out to the neutral zone. Phillips ends up with it. 2-on-1 for the Jacks. McMillan with them. Phillips spins, gets it to McMillan. His shot saved by Taupert. Phillips, a little bit of a spin move there to get the backhand over to McMillan, who just couldn't quite get the clean handle on it. And by the time he was ready to take a shot, Taupert was able to slide over and make the play. 36.3 seconds remaining in the second period of action. Shots at 35-25. Jacks with the edge. Leading 3-1 on the scoreboard. Face-off won by Red Lake. Puck near side. With the puck, it's Mowat who gets it into the zone. Jopi's there to corral it for the Jacks, trying to push it up ice. Birchinger knocks it away from him. Hacker giving pressure. Mowat, his centering pass out of the reach of Birchinger and sent out to the neutral zone. Ferreira there for Red Lake. And then again, too many men on the ice. Puck played. No call from the ref, though. They let it go on. Red Lake playing the puck while making a change, but it doesn't matter as Jopi will hand it off to Kaiser. And the second period of play will expire. More action in that one than the first. Plenty of penalties and 3 goals scored. The Lumberjacks in the middle part of the period able to take a commanding lead off of goals scored by Salvatore Pajali and Ryder McMillan. Pajali's goal was also assisted by McMillan. McMillan's by Dylan Jopi. Both plays right out in front. The Lumberjacks just getting the puck and picking their spot up high over the shoulders of Taupert. First goal from Pajali beat him over the glove, and then McMillan followed that up by beating him over the blocker. Unfortunately, it was 4-on-4 action where Red Lake was able to even it up. Trevor Sanderson found a hole in the defense, put the puck on Aiden Corbett's stick directly in front of the net, and Corbett was just able to get it up over the shoulder of Loudon, and that brought us to 3-1 where we finished this one up. We'll be headed to the third period. Before we do, though, we will have Chuck-a-Puck, and after Chuck-a-Puck, we will be back with an interview with SIJHL Commissioner Darren Nicholas. Again, that is coming up right after Chuck-a-Puck, so stay tuned. I am now back, joined by the SIJHL Commissioner Darren Nicholas. Mr. Nicholas, how are you tonight?
Oh, good, thanks. Good to be back in a hockey rink, and always great to be in Wisconsin.
So what went into the decision-making to come to Spooner for this opening weekend?
Well, really nothing in particular. Just enjoy getting around the league and seeing the rinks and the various operations, and Spooner just seemed like a logical place as any to start, so here I am.
And unfortunately, the Lumberjacks were out relatively early in the playoffs last year, but they do have the defending SIJHL champions in the building, Red Lake. Maybe you could talk a little bit just to our listeners about the end of last season, how that wrapped up in the playoffs and then led into the Centennial Cup.
Well, I mean, earlier on in the winter last year, we made the decision as a group of leagues that our national championship, the Centennial Cup, was going to be a 9-team format. So that's a real departure from the usual format there, and it just eliminated the regional championships and allowed every league champion to go. So it sort of put, maybe the most emphasis ever in the history on our BiIll Salonen Cup playoffs, knowing that, the winner of that was going to get a direct berth into nationals. And as most people that follow the league will know, it was no secret that Red Lake and Cam River had been our top two teams pretty much through the regular season, and you could make a case that they were first and 1A in terms of placement, and I think Cam River had a slight edge in points and point percentage, and Red Lake had an edge in the season series head-to-head against Cam River. So hard-fought 6-game series, and Red Lake persevered and got a chance to make it to the national stage against the big boys for sure.
And that brings us right into this season. Of course, Red Lake might take a little bit longer having so many new players, but if you look across this league, it sure seems to be a lot more of a talent disparity across the league, set up for a good season coming up, a lot of teams that could really compete for it. What are your expectations for this upcoming year?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if there wasn't a lot of parity in the league. Haven't seen every team play yet, but just from what I'm observing and the teams that I've watched that have played other teams, I think it's going to be a situation where outcomes could be in question every single night, and that might not have been the case last season, where there was pretty big gap between our top teams and the teams that were struggling. But it looks in the early going, anyways, that might be quite a bit different this year.
And I won't keep you too long, but the last question, more on the league ops side of things. It seems like there's some exciting things happening with the broadcast going to SIJHL TV, and I'm sure there are other plans in place for the league. Anything else that you maybe want to touch on or reveal at this time?
Well, I mean, not much to reveal. We've revealed that the new platform is coming, that it's going to house our games and our broadcasts, and we're hoping over a very short time to be able to build that into something that's truly unique in the junior A hockey landscape. But to start off, it'll replace our former streaming platform and be something that is totally owned and controlled by us, and we're excited with what that can bring to our fans. And we were trying hard to make sure it was ready for opening weekend, and we just couldn't get it across the line. And we didn't want to push anything out there that wasn't fully done and give our fans the experience watching at home that we wanted them to have. So we thought, well, let's take a little bit longer, let the platform get fully completed. And in the interim, Trevor Gauthier has done a great job, who's heading up the project for us in getting these streams up that everybody's enjoying. I hope this weekend as well as a kind of a free preview on what's to come.
Well, not only is this streaming platform just for the SIJHL, but it's, to my understanding, it's really something that the SIJHL is kind of a pioneer or a front-runner league, one of the first to really make this step forward and try to make this progression.
Well, yeah, we think we are. One of the things that really came to light, through the COVID years, especially in 2021, when we were kind of at the height of the pandemic, and it was really kind of a tale of two countries, and much different environment up north in Canada. And we had the year where we couldn't, we just couldn't find a way to get our American teams across the border to participate. So, we tried to go with our just 5 Canadian teams, and the public health restrictions at the time were, we started playing with only 50 people allowed in the arenas. And we actually finished play before we were shut down with 0 fans allowed in the arenas. So it really kind of put an emphasis and a spotlight on what our streaming strategy was. It kind of came from an afterthought to something that was very much in the focus of everybody. So as we started digging, we just thought that there was a few wishes that we wanted to have on our own platform that really our former partner couldn't deliver for us. So we started kicking around the concept of what would a platform look like if we were to go it on our own, and we decided that the opportunity was right and time to take a chance on it for sure.
And it sounds great, and I'm sure it's something that a lot of SIJHL fans are looking forward to, not having to page through Hockey TV and struggle to find a game. It'll be, once up and running, I'm sure a much more user-friendly platform. Thank you, Mr. Commissioner, for taking the time to talk to us and for coming down to Spooner, and we look forward to what should be a great SIJHL season.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
That will conclude our interview with SIJHL Commissioner Darren Nicholas. We'll be back to start the third period. Until then, thank you for listening, and go Jacks.
Awesome.
We are back getting ready for the third period of play as your Wisconsin Lumberjacks lead the Red Lake Miners 3-1. A quick look around the SIJHL after the second period. Cam River leads Dryden 2-1. And Thunder Bay a commanding lead against Fort Francis by a score of 7-1. Lumberjacks with the puck. McMillan sends it across. Jopie looks middle of the ice. Phillips tries to get a piece of it. It is deflected by Red Lake and will not be an icing. Miners back into their own zone to play the puck. Mowat back down to the Lumberjack zone. Jopie giving chase. Almost beat to the puck, but he's able to play it up the boards. Good hustle from Schechtel there to make it uncomfortable for the Jacks as they'll just set it out to the neutral zone where Red Lake has a chance to play the puck up ice. Jopie near side. Kaiser, he'll carry across the red line and dump it in. A good slow dump in, and right up front, McMillan gets a piece of it, shoots it up over the net. That all starts with Kaiser getting that slow dump in, not allowing Red Lake to play the puck and giving the forecheck more time to bear down on the Miners as they'll have it going the other way. Lamoureux with it, hands it off. A shot from a bad angle. Loudon makes the save. Wyatt will put his stick behind him just to be sure, and he'll hold on for a whistle. 18:46 remaining in the third period of play. The Lumberjacks lead 3-1. Off the face-off up top, Ferrero with it. He'll take a shot, gloved down by Loudon, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Face-off coming. Hacker in the circle for the Lumberjacks. He loses the draw. Lamoureux sends a shot wide of the net. Derzaf pinching down will take a shot. That's stopped by Loudon. Has it in his glove. He'll hand it off to the linesman as we have another whistle. 18:35 remaining in the third period. 35-27. That's the shots on goal in favor of the Lumberjacks, holding a 3-1 edge. Derzaf has it off the faceoff, sends it back down low. Halevi up to Ferreira. His shot goes up over the net. Sutter, first one to the puck. Derzaf tries to hold the zone, but Sutter able to push it out. A blocker lost by the backup goalie, it looks like, onto the ice. The ref will pick it up and give it back to him. Maybe trying to sneak a quick hit in on a Lumberjacks player. We don't know. Halevi loses control. Carson near side to Postal. Finds Sutter in the middle of the ice. Across the red line, Sutter chips it in. Talpert will stop it there. Hands it off to the defenseman. Sutter still in on the forecheck. He's going to knock it away from one. Sanderson will be the one who corrals it for the Miners. Sends it up ice. Streaking in is Ferreira. He'll get a shot off a one-timer. Loudon makes the save. Ferrara taken down into the boards. Freeze with it in the neutral zone. He'll backhand it in deep. Talpert behind his own goal. Off the forehand around Sanderson with the puck. Ingram takes it away along the boards, fighting for it. Casson joins him, and he'll dump it in. Puck stood up by Talpert. Near side as Red Lake trying to play the puck up ice. Maslick with it. In deep. A centering pass by Blast just out of the reach. And McDonald has it going the other way. Poke checked away. Once again, Blatz into the zone. Centers for just, but he can't get a handle on it. Lumberjacks start it back up ice. McDonald dodges away from a hit. Puck across the blue line into the neutral zone. Maslick with it. Red Lake going for a change. McDonald drifts over to change for the Lumberjacks as well. Taking his place is Staley. Postal fighting for the puck down low. Coming away with his Mowat. Played up. And now into the zone is Schechtel. He'll drop it off. Woodard trying to get control. Sends it back in deep. Just past Schechtel. All the way around the boards. And Postal has it on the wing. taken away. Bertschinger, his shot attempt is deflected, and Hendry, middle of the ice, just out of the reach of Staley. Staley gives chase. Puck along the boards. Trying to move forward, but Moat takes it there. Durzaf, his pass deflected up, and the Lumberjacks will chip it back into the neutral zone. Durzaf plays the puck into the zone with it now. Has it poke checked away. Bertschinger will take a shot. Loudon's there with the glove, and he'll hold on for another whistle.
Quick announcement. We've got a missing person to report. Looking for Drew Phillips, who won the Chucker Puck. He's got some cash sitting up here in the box. So Drew Phillips, $107.
Dylan Phillips will take the face-off for the Lumberjacks. Draw won by Red Lake. Durzaf with it. His shot doesn't make it through on goal. R.J. Dickey trying to get control, but Carson gloves it and takes it away. Carson out to the neutral zone, leaves it, but nobody there, as it looks like Pajali had held up to cover for Carson at the point. Pajali working it up the boards. Freeze on the near side boards. He'll try to make a play out to the neutral zone. He's pressured, puck pinned. Squirts out. Carson racing Ferreira for it. Pokes it around him, and the Lumberjacks have numbers into the zone. Carson takes a shot. Talbert makes the save, and he'll hold on for the whistles. We've just eclipsed the 15-minute mark. 14:59 remaining in the final frame. Lumberjacks still leading 3-1.
All but four. All but four recently. Only four came back last year.
Off the face-off, Pajali trying to get control. Sends it up top. McMillan. Fans on the shot attempt. Puck going the other way. Albrecht pokes it by one. As Albrecht gets it back from Corbett. Albrecht centering pass. Nobody there. Pajali along the boards, unable to get control of the puck. Sanderson has it for the Miners. Davon Bull holds the zone. Corbett back to Bull. His shot deflected before it gets on goal. Bull ends up with it once more. Supporting is Hlavy. Ferreira now with the puck as he walks down, centering pass. Nobody there. Sanderson just floated a little too low. He would have been in perfect position, but now Lumberjacks 3-on-2 the other way. A great pass by Pajali. Phillips out front as he takes the shot. Save made by Talbert. Phillips all alone and unable to convert. And we'll keep the score at 3-1 in favor of the Jacks. Shots are 38-29. Casson in the face-off circle. Red Lake has it. As Axel Wyatt steps up to make a hit, gets more than he bargained for. Maslick puts him down to the ice. And the puck entering the Lumberjack zone is deflected up into the netting as we get another whistle.
Could be.
Casson will take the face-off against Maslick, but it looks like they will see a media timeout, and we'll call for it first, which means we will thank our sponsors. Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. 7 Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean offices of Hayward. Hurt? Call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Loading up the SIJHL scoreboard at the start of the third period. Thunder Bay and Fort Francis are holding steady at a score of 7-1. And part of the way through the third, rather all the way through the third, excuse me, a little bit of a scoring mishap. 2-1, Cam River still leads Dryden. It is 15 minutes left in the third. For some reason, the app updated to say the game was over, but it is still going on. 15 minutes left. Cam River holds the 1-goal lead. Next weekend, the Wisconsin Lumberjacks will be on the road at Dryden and up to Sioux Lookout to take on the New Look Bombers. That will be their next two matchups, but they're not out of the woods with this one, holding a 2-goal lead, 3-1. Off of the icing, they will reset to their defensive zone. 13:49 remaining in the game.
Came in second place.
He never showed up. I just made another call for him.
Oh, shit.
Off the draw, Red Lake with it. Shot from the point. Durzaf doesn't make it through. Wyatt behind the goal, chips it up. He gets taken down again. Wyatt on the receiving end of some punishment this period. Play continues as Ingram takes a big hit. Red Lake, Malik trying to set it up behind his own goal. Looks middle of the ice, but taken away. McDonald, it does get outside the blue line, and that is an offsides on the Jacks.
We'd like to
They
thank,
were one stop for all your stripper needs.
we would like to thank Lookers tonight for
And it looks like we have an unsportsmanlike conduct that will be assessed to the Lumberjacks. Not what you need with a 2-goal lead. That's Sam Ingram going to the box, 3-1. The Lumberjacks lead, but now a great chance for the Miners as they will go on to the power play for the next 2 minutes.
2 minutes? 2 minutes on sports. Number 22? 22. Okay, I got that one right. So, no, leave.
Penalty killers for the Jacks. Phillips and Sutter will be the forwards. Carson and Freeze the defense. Off the draw, Durzaf has it up top. Over to Ferreira. Back to Durzaf. He looks far side. RJ Dickey middle of the ice for Lamoureux, but just too much traffic. And Red Lake will try to settle things down with the puck once more. Intercepted. Sutter has it on his stick, and Sutter will clear. Red Lake with the puck behind their own goal. Lamoureux will try to start it up ice. As he circles back now, Durzaf with it, pressured by Sutter, gets a stick on the puck, and now will get the interception, pokes it away. Kaiser's there for the clear, and 1:15 remaining on the penalty kill for the Jacks. They will get a change. Ferreira walking into the zone. Pajali there for the intercept, and he will clear. And so far, a great penalty kill coming for the Jacks. They still have to finish it off, though, another 55 seconds. Red Lake setting up behind their own goal. With the puck up to the far side. Corbett able to get it to Sanderson. Sanderson into the zone, drops it off. Ferreira takes a shot. Loudon, a big save. Pajali, first one there. He will get a second clear for this shift. Hacker heads off. Postal into his spot on the ice as Pajali will now take the advantage and get a change as well. Brandon McDonald onto the ice. Skated around by Woodard as he takes it into the zone. His shot deflected by Jopi up into the netting. And we'll get another whistle. 20 seconds left in the power play. A big face-off upcoming for the Lumberjacks. A win and a clear here would effectively end the rest of the advantage for the Miners. Face-off won by Red Lake. Woodard takes a shot. Corbett looking for the deflection. I don't think he got a piece of it, but Loudon tracks it either way. And makes the save, holds on for the whistle. Off the draw, Woodard, a good skate, is able to kick it. McDonald overskates the play. Red Lake had numbers for a second, but things will be settled down now. McDonald harassing Sanderson, trying to make him uncomfortable. Sanderson cuts to the middle, drops it off. Bull unable to get control. Lumberjacks back to full strength. Pajali near side with the puck, carries into the offensive zone, still has it. He'll rip a shot wide of the goal. Hendry along the boards trying to keep it in, but Red Lake will get the clear. Schechtel into the offensive zone. Has Moat with him. Waiting, trying to find a pass. Bull was waiting for it, but taken away. Ryder McMillan finds Postal, middle of the ice. Pass just behind him, and he is unable to control. Puck near side, Postal up to Hendry. Looks across the blue line. Finds his man, a shot by Axel Wyatt. Misses the net. Hendry chips the puck back in deeper. Durzaf with it, sends it around the boards. Axel Wyatt there to hold the zone. Wyatt with it, drops off to McMillan. McMillan stick handles around one player who goes down for Red Lake. His pass attempt knocked down, but he has it walking into the slot. Gets it to Hendry. Hendry looks for a shot, takes it, and Taupert makes the save. If Hendry can get that off on a one-timer, it's not a great angle, but Taupert wasn't quite ready yet. Unfortunately, had to load up that wrist shot, and Taupert, it was all the time he needed. Red Lake with the puck off the faceoff. We're halfway through the third period. 10:05 remaining. Red Lake trailing by 2. Pajali into the zone. His shot goes wide. Lamoureux, the backhand off the boards, goes cross ice for Dickey. And now the puck by Chrysler trying to play it up, taken off his stick. Phillips trying to get control. Red Lake with it once again. RJ Dickey to Chrysler. Across, Lamoureux rips a shot. And Loudon might have gotten the blocker on it. Either way, play continues. Puck out front, a diving poke check by Kaiser. Knocks it away. Pajali looking a little gassed at the red line. Gets it to McMillan. McMillan into the zone. He gets surrounded by Red Lake players as they'll take the puck and start it up ice. Albrecht with it to Lamoureux. Lamoureux trying to get to the forehand. He goes right over the shoulder of Loudon and scores the goal. And we have a hockey game. 9:18 remaining in the third period. The score now 3-2. Lamoureux. That was about as much of a snipe as you'll see. Puck was in and out of the net before most people realized. And the Lumberjacks can't get complacent now. Just a 1-goal lead. Shots 39-33 in favor of the Jacks.
27-4.
Off the draw. Caden Sutter with it across the red line. He'll dump it into the far side corner. Bull, near side. Knocked up the boards by Hlavy. Hlavy with it. Far side, Sanderson tries to get a piece of that. He does not, and that will be an icing on Red Lake. Face off, and we'll have a whistle right away. Looks like someone might be booted. Hacker will head over to the wing, and Postal will take his spot. Rather Sutter. Postal comes over to the near side, so a full jumbo for the Jacks. Sutter takes the draw, tie up, and coming away with it is the Red Lake. They dump it in though, and the Lumberjacks will have time to set something up. Near side, Freeze. Freeze looks out in the middle of the ice, intercepted. Davon Bull with it into the zone. Hacker on him, Freeze there as well. Even Postal getting involved down low. Freeze with the puck. Near side, Postal looking for Sutter. Caden to Caden as Sutter walks into the zone, rips a shot at the blue line that doesn't make it through. Ben Freeze with it for the Jacks. Right at the red line, he'll dump it in, takes a hit from one. Taupert knocks it down. Ferrara near side corner, plays it up, looking for Schechtel, but it's taken away. Lumberjacks with it right out front to the backhand. Casson, it's stopped by Taupert. And what a game we have seen Jackson Taupert put together for Red Lake. 37 saves as he is keeping their hopes alive consistently on some very good scoring opportunities for Wisconsin. Pass across the ice, icing held up by the linesman, but won't even come close. Jopie's there to cut it off. He sends it up the boards. Ferreira gets it in. Maslick across the crease. The backhand goes into the corner. Now McDonald, he'll start up ice. Durzaf plays the body, takes the puck away, and gets a clean pass out to Maslick. Just up to Blatz. Blatz with the puck, harassed by Ingram. Ingram plays the body well. Kaiser sends that puck to Jopi, and Jopi whips it around the boards. Ingram giving chase, but Durzaf gets there first and is able to zone him off. Blatz out to the neutral zone off the skate of one. McDonald drifts over to the puck, and he'll send that in deep. McDonald off on a change, because it looks like the Lumberjacks trying to get the full Phillips line out there. They will. McMillan and Pajali. McMillan with it behind the goal. Has time to set up as he just flips it out front. Pajali goes up with the stick as the puck's still out front. And now Durzaf will take the time to clear. He will send it all the way down. Icing is the call. 6:28 remaining in the third period of action. Lumberjacks holding on to the slimmest of leads. 1 goal, 3-2. Shot edge 40-33 in favor of the Jacks, and an offensive zone faceoff coming. Faceoff won by the Jacks. They will be able to hold the zone. Jopi, the backhand over to Carson. Carson pressured there. Durzaf able to play it up. Maslik will come away with it. Maslik into the zone. He gets taken down. Almost jumps down, and McMillan with it for the Jacks. A backhand through a dangerous area. RJ Dickey couldn't come up with the intercept. Otherwise, he would have had a great scoring opportunity. Salvatore Pajali. Over to Carson. Carson near side, Jopi. McMillan finds Phillips. Phillips enters the zone alone, trying to go through the defender. A nice move, but the puck gets a little too far ahead, and Taupert's able to stop it and hold on for the whistle. And it looks like that will take us into our final media timeout of the night, which means we will thank our sponsors. Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Loftus of Hayward, hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Updating the out-of-town scoreboard. With 6:35 remaining in the third period, Cam River still holds their 2-1 edge over Dryden. And Thunder Bay, a 7-1 lead over Fort Francis, holds steady 5 minutes into the third. 5:49 remaining in this third period. 41-33, Lumberjacks hold the shot lead as we will get a whistle from the refs, and we'll be back into it. An offensive zone draw, and the Lumberjacks would love to add some insurance and get to that 2-goal lead before we get into an area where potentially Red Lake is pulling the goalie. Jackson Taupert, an outstanding night in between the pipes for Red Lake, and a great performance on the other end by Kyler Loudon, as he has put up 31 saves and only allowed 2 goals. After the play, face-off round to the far side. Red Lake will send it down ice, another icing, and that means we will reset back to their zone once more.
I didn't do it. Talk to the person who did it. You fucking did it.
Face-off coming. Connor Hacker in the circle for the Jacks. Wins it over to the sideboards. Red Lake there, but they send it out in front of their own net. Jackson Taupert makes the stop, and he'll put the glove on it for the whistle. Face-off won by Hacker. Kaiser sends it in deep. Postal up the boards to Jopi. Jopi trying to get control, but Red Lake with it. Jopi right at the red line. He'll dump it back in. A good play by him. He gets harassed there. He'll go off on a change. Axel Wyatt takes his place. Puck right out front. Postal trying to get control of it. through the front of the crease as he backhands it in down low. Connor Hacker with it, fighting along the boards. Gets it to Sutter. Sutter, the backhand. Might have hit the side of the net, but the Lumberjacks still with control. Caden Sutter up top. Axel Wyatt, a shot deflects off of R.J. Dickey and heads out to the neutral zone. Kaiser will have to dump it back in as he heads off on a change, and so do most of the forward line. Postal gave chase one more time on the forecheck. Pajali and Phillips out there, and Postal, when he heads off, will be replaced by McMillan. A big hit by Wyatt, and a penalty coming. Interference is the call. The ref will say Lamoureux didn't have the puck. Lamoureux a little shaken up as he gets up off the ice. And Axel Wyatt will be going to the box for 2 minutes. Lumberjacks, a big penalty kill upcoming.
Yep.
Off the face-off. Lumberjacks able to clear right away, and they will not make things easy for Red Lake. Red Lake yet to score on the power play tonight. They did have a 4-on-4 goal that came just after a 4-on-3 expired.
Penalty on number 10, Axel Wyatt, 2 minutes for interference.
We'll go to West Hill and we'll get back to play. 4:24 remaining in the final frame. Lumberjacks holding on to a 1-goal lead, 3-2. Off the face-off, Red Lake with it. Davon Bull starts it up ice. Looking near side, his pass to Woodard. At the red line, it'll be dumped in. Kyler Loudon will stand it up behind the goal, and he likes to try and clear himself, but he'll get it up the boards. Only Corbett there to grab it for Red Lake. Corbett walks out, takes a shot, deflected up over the head of Loudon. Albrecht with the puck in the corner. Finds it up top, Woodard. He takes a shot, doesn't make it through, just wide. A quick stuff opportunity for Corbett, but Loudon's there on the post. Puck still out front as the Lumberjacks will get a little bit of control. Pajali gets it out of the zone, and Phillips gets the full clear. Loudon had lost his stick on that play as well, but he's able to go retrieve it. 55 seconds left in the power play for Red Lake. 3.5 minutes left in the game as the Lumberjacks clear once again. And it looks like Red Lake, they're content to try and make the 5-on-4 work. No real look from Talbert to head off and maybe push for the aggressive 6-on-4. Red Lake takes it in. That's Lamoureux, gets the shot from a bad angle. Loudon knocks it down, and he'll save 10 out of 10 of those and appreciates the whistle for his team. Chance for the Lumberjacks to get a clean face-off win and a clear and really eat up the rest of this penalty. 31 seconds left in the Red Lake power play. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the game. Face-off over to the boards. Ryan Kaiser rings it around again. He did that earlier in the game. Same result. Red Lake's there. They hold the zone and they get possession off it. Red Lake with the puck, but Kaiser, that's a great play. Jumps in front of the pass, and he's going to make things hard on Red Lake as he pins Dursuf into the boards. Caden Sutter also getting involved and getting aggressive, and that should eat up most of the rest of the penalties. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Full strength, Lamoureux with the puck, sends it down low, right out front. Chrysler gets a shot, but Loudon's there to make the save. Puck sent off the glass out to the neutral zone. Durzaf with it. Sends it over Ferrero, but he loses control. Hacker's there at the red line. And now anytime the Lumberjacks can eat up is good. A goal is better. Hacker down low to Pajali, looks out front, nobody there. Another centering pass just too low in the zone for where McMillan was set up. R.J. Dickey plays it up ice. Taken away by McMillan. Stuck in Dickey's skate, though, as McMillan, first one back there. A soft backhand that gets to the Red Lake zone. Doesn't have the legs for icing. Pajali now in the neutral zone. He'll dump it back in. McMillan, a shot from a bad angle. Rings around. Zach Carson able to hold his own. He sends one out front. Phillips couldn't get the stick on it. Talbert makes a save. Phillips, cross ice for Jopi. Jopi gets control, and he'll flip it back in deep. Great possession from the Lumberjacks. The longer they hold this puck in as Phillips strips it right away from Corbett, the longer it takes. And a goal scored. Pajali right out front. A great offensive shift from the Lumberjacks. That one happened so quick, and that is your dagger. Salvatore Pajali gets the pass. I believe that was from Dylan Phillips, and he taps it in. And before the ref or the goal judge or anyone else knew it was Talbert, you saw him hang his head before the goal light even went on. And the Lumberjacks, not only do they prevent Red Lake from getting the goalie pulled and they keep pressure in their zone, they're eventually able to convert that into another tally and to take a 2-goal lead. It gets called up for Ryder McMillan from Pajali and from Phillips, but we all saw Pajali score that one, so we'll have to wait and see if there's any corrections as we go on. 1 minute left in the third period. Red Lake dumps it in, and they're not even going to pull the goalie. Maybe wanting to get possession, but they aren't able to as the Lumberjacks clear once again. McDonald with it, sends it into the zone. Red Lake trying to clear, they do. Bertschinger carries into the offense zone, has it poked away. Axel Wyatt looks cross ice, finds McDonald rather in the middle of the ice. He fans on it. He'll drift away as Malsack comes in and picks up the puck.
30 seconds remaining.
Axel Wyatt down low, harassed by Malsack.
20 seconds remaining.
As the puck stays pinned up behind the boards, Lumberjacks happy to just eat the rest of this clock if they can. As Phillips hits one, he's just trying to get out to the neutral zone, and he does. 5 seconds left, he chips it forward, and that should end the game. Time runs out, and you couldn't ask for a better opening weekend for the Lumberjacks as they sweep the defending champs of the SIJHL, the Red Lake Miners. Tonight, they win 4-2. Last night, it was 5-2. And the Lumberjacks get 4 points to open up their second game of the season. A sweep to start things off, and depending upon how the other games have, they will at least be in a tie for first place in the league, maybe outright, but it does look like it will be a tie for first place for the Wisconsin Lumberjacks as Cam Rivers leading Dryden 2-1 with 44 seconds remaining in the third period. Looking ahead for the Lumberjacks, they will be on the road in the near future. They have a little bit of a different weekend. Normally, you just stay in the same place for 2 nights, but next weekend it will be the Wisconsin Lumberjacks traveling up into Canada, taking on the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. And then that's September 30th. On October 1st and October 2nd, they will have games against Sioux Lookout, the new team in the league, the Sioux Lookout Bombers in Sioux Lookout. 3 games in 3 days for the Lumberjacks. The next time we will see them here is October 4th against Fort Francis. Until then, thank you for listening, and go Jacks.